Right, and we are live, everybody, for the Hurricanes taking on the Force. Dad's here, Mum is here, the missus is taking the kids to bed, isn't she a champion? Yeah, you guys can scooch over this way if you like. JP's here, he says Canes by 17. Demetal says, yeah, Gaz.
G'day, guys.
Nov Mum's got the Canes by 16. Nice Food Takeaways just says, let's go Hurricanes. And Ali says, let's go Force. Who are we backing for tonight's fixture, Mum and Dad?
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes?
Yeah, Hurricanes, gotta be.
By more than 10?
Possibly.
As long as they win, it doesn't
More
matter.
than 10, less than 20.
More than 10, less than 20. There you go. We've just got kick-off right about now. We've just kicked off, folks.
I've got a lot of respect for the Force. They play a really different
Structured.
style to the other teams over there, eh?
Player YT says, G'day. G'day. Brooks got the Canes by 12. Wallabies says he's got the feeling this will be the first Aussie win. Also, hi Gazza.
G'day.
Matthew is calling it Force by 7. Nov Mum asks, is it a bit cold? Yeah, I didn't really go out anywhere today, so me not moving makes it seem colder, hence the big jacket. Goodness me.
Look out.
Oh, lucky.
Pretty-
Marpy almost got a try.
Pretty hairy start. Matthew also says hi to the 2 Cents family.
Yeah, hi.
Aye.
Gee, that could have been close.
Yeah, it's a bit of a... If you're not watching the game, we're a minute in and a ball through for Lamapi, which is a little bit too far. Otherwise, it could have been try time. Remember, this one's coming to you from Napier, the game, rather than me and Mum and Dad. So yeah, it looks like a pretty good crowd, actually. Looks like a pretty good crowd.
Don't imagine they get too many of these sort of games down there.
That's going on this year.
Grant says, good morning, afternoon, everyone, and a special how's it to Gazza.
Howdy.
Jamie's got the Bachelor. Jamie Bachelor's got the Canes by 22. Wallabies also says hi, Gazza. Louis
Hi.
says hi. JP says, Gazza Mania is running wild.
Thank you for that. Come on, go.
Sebastian says, hello, Mark, Gazza, Mama, 2 Cents. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we are doing well.
Yep.
We are fed, watered, and well. Patrick got the Canes by 11. Cheers, man. That's one of the more conservative ones. Canes have just won a penalty, so they are definitely going to go touch. No way they're taking threes. Got a viewer from Poland. Brooke says, Gazza. There you go.
Howdy. I'm popular.
You're very popular.
Very popular. Jason says, good day, 2 Cents fam. Looking a bit cold. It is a wee bit. It has been pretty
it's been
chilly.
cold.
Yeah.
Bit cool. It was 6 degrees this morning.
6 degrees this morning, indeed. So for us Aucklanders, that's cold.
It's cold, yeah.
That's cold. We're softies. What can we say?
Yeah. Oh, too far. Oh, no.
Has he kicked it dead?
He did.
He kicked it dead, yeah.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think that was Geordie, wasn't it?
I think so.
Darren man, how's it going? Anthony says hello to the family and everyone in chat. How's it going, Anthony? Darren Mundy's here. Good man. Looks like a bad stadium to watch rugby. I haven't even thought about that. What makes you say that? The worst one I've been to of the main Super... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. It's a lot of distance between you and the crowd. There's a huge gap between the hoardings and the... I guess this is an oval, eh?
It's a cricket ground as well.
Yeah. Any grounds which are ovals are not the best if you're a spectator. Like the one in Hamilton, which is a rectangle, you can sit from here to the table from the game. Yeah, if it's an oval, you're miles away. Darmondi's got the Canes by 10, but hopefully a Force upset. Yeah, we will see. Matthew wants to know what's the bedtime story for the kids. Maybe you can tell them a bedtime story at half time in case we've gone to sleep by that point. Another legend of the Gazza rugby career. Or I've been telling them, I think I've sprinkled them with the tales of your misbehaviour in your youth. So, the one I mentioned was the nugget in the guy's hair. That one I mentioned.
But I'm going to tell them about the club game where I got ordered out of the ground.
Oh, yes.
I'll
Yes.
tell
That's
them that
yes.
one.
Okay.
Come on, Canes. I like their jerseys. Oh, gee, that's pretty good.
Batman's here. How's it going, man? Nov Mum says it's been cold down in the Waikato as well. Rugby Pass, the official Rugby Pass channel, is in the stream. How's it going, Rugby
He dropped
Pass?
it. Riassi dropped it.
Went backwards.
Hope you're going well.
Oh, penalty against them.
Paddy Wiggins got the Canes by 23. General feeling seems to be around about the Canes by 20 on this one. We're still scoreless thus far.
Oh, they're not a bad team, this Force. They're not bad.
They're going for the kick.
Yeah.
Sebastian, you're counting that down. I'm not going to mention that because we'll just see. We'll see. Chris says relatively new to the channel, but you do a good job, dude. Much colder in the Wairarapa. I'm sure it is much colder. Pretty much everywhere is much colder than Auckland, other than maybe like up north. But anyway.
Can get cold up there too.
33 degrees in Hong Kong.
He should get this.
That sounds rather
nice right now, doesn't it?
It does.
Grant Scott, Kahui to score the first try. Hollywood says, we look cold. Yeah, like I said, it's been a wee bit chilly. A wee bit. Right,
This
5
is only
minutes.
Argentinian guys.
5 minutes and 40 seconds in. Miotti is lining up a shot at the sticks. I haven't mentioned it. If you guys are ahead, do us the favour and try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. But Miotti has just kicked it. So the Force, if you had money on them to be the first point scorers, it's your day because they are ahead 3 points to 0. I will see if I can put a banner up with the score. It's Hurricanes 0. It is 3 to the Force. Here we go. Chucking that up right about now. Why have the commentators changed? I'm not actually sure. I think it's Ken Laban. Maybe they just needed to give him a game. Alaran's here as well. How's it going, Alaran? How's life back in New Zealand? Charlotte's asking, why are we in coats? Just because it's getting towards winter. It's been a bit chilly today. I'm starting to get chilblains on my hands, which means I know it's getting cold.
Penalised again. That's a second penalty.
Offside.
Obstruction.
Sorry, yeah. Ali, the Canes are usually based in Wellington, but they're playing this one in Napier. 33 degrees with 67% humidity. Jason says, hey, 2 cents fam, how's it going? Jason, man, good to see you. I went to the bakery the other day, actually. I bought a mint chocolate slice thingy. Alaran says, love your beanie, Gazza. I'm not used to this cold. He lives in Perth, but he's an expat Kiwi. Is that the one we bought you?
It is.
That's the one we bought him for his birthday.
Yeah,
The man doesn't need a lot, but he needs to keep warm.
he does.
Hoping the Rebels and Chiefs game and the Tron goes ahead. Nov Mum, you, me, and Alaran as well. All hope that one goes ahead. We might go down to Hamilton for that one, or at least I might go down. I'm not sure. How do you feel about looking after the kids on next week, Saturday?
I could do that.
You could do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
We got this on camera, people. We've got witnesses. We don't think
we've got anything planned Saturday.
What's that?
Long weekend. Looking after the kids while they go to the rugby.
No, the Chiefs are staying in Australia.
No, it's not. It's the next weekend.
Oh, it's not long weekend. It's the weekend.
The long weekend.
Oh, yeah,
The long weekend. It's next weekend. Yeah.
No, they're definitely in Australia for the Rebels game.
Yeah, that game's due to be played in Hamilton if it goes ahead.
Why wouldn't it go ahead?
Well, because the Victoria lockdown thing, don't know, it should go ahead, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they said today they're wanting to stay over there, aren't they? For the Rebels game.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, the Rebels game's played in New Zealand, I think. So hopefully the Rebels are cleared to fly. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, I see.
Well, there's all sorts of stories going around at the moment.
Charlotte likes to put the heating on late as we can walk around and
Another penalty. Oh. They're
Yeah,
getting
but-
penalised out of this storm. What's going on?
Blankets on your laps. Okay. Keep warm.
It's actually not that cold in here.
No, it's actually not too bad
No, it's
now.
not too bad
I'm
now.
starting to feel a bit toasty in this jacket, but it's Hurricanes themed, so I'm going to keep it on.
That's their third penalty.
Yeah, all around. Keep checking those weather forecasts. And yes, Jason, definitely got to support that bakery.
Getting penalised out of the game.
Yes, what are they doing?
Johan is watching from South Africa. 9:15 in the morning. It's a good start to your Friday, I'm sure. Rabbit of rugby on. What's this penalty for?
Did he stop him getting up? Was it obstruction or something? I don't know. Oh well, Dom's
Maybe you didn't walk
Dom's
away or
probably,
something.
of these four referees here, Dom's probably the best of a bad bunch.
Not rolling away.
The chat is very
Not rolling
appreciative of my ability to put you on the spot where you had to say yes to your grandchildren. They've seen that as a pretty well worked move, to be honest, even if you wanted to say no.
No, well done.
Alaron's got a bottle of wine for me from his own vineyard if I go down to see him in Hamilton, so that's another incentive to
It's
go.
Another incentive to go, yes, definitely. Is it a day game? A night
Yeah, it's an afternoon game, so that'd be awesome. But the weather forecast at the moment's looking a bit murky, but it's still a long way out.
Yeah, yeah.
It can change.
Have tea when you come back to our place or whatever.
Yeah, we could.
You could come to our place for dinner. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's got that.
Yottie's just nailed that one. So
That's
10 minutes
6-0.
in,
What are they doing? What are the Hurricanes doing?
the force that is keeping that scoreboard ticking
Yeah, that's what
over.
they want to do.
6 points to nil, folks. 2 penalties.
Well, they reckon they've come here. They're pretty confident they can beat the Hurricanes, but we'll see.
Such a shame about the game in Queenstown. Why did they fly back? I know. I can't believe it. It's like you've got a game in Queenstown. Why don't you just sit in Queenstown for 5-6 days to prepare for the game? Of all the places in the world to be chilling out and preparing for the game, to wash away the pain of 2 losses.
Instead of going back to Melbourne.
Queenstown. Why wouldn't you just stay in Queenstown? There's plenty of hotels, no tourists at the moment.
Particularly the way things
The current conditions, right? Like you can't be banking on
bank on flying anyway.
flying anyway. Exactly.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to get my glasses on because they're digging into my nose.
Oh, go do that tomorrow.
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Get them adjusted. Next time you get glasses, get ones without the little.
Without the.
I hate those things.
Because that one's really, you see where it's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
hitting me?
I can.
Need a vlog of me and Elleran at the game, enjoying some wine. Sounds like a
What are the
plan.
Hurricanes doing, McMurray? What are they
Don't know. They are certainly. What was that? Pulling the jumper. Penalties conceded as 4-1, and the Force have just kicked it. Look at Jason Holland.
Jason Holland.
He's looking absolutely miserable.
Not
And Corey
impressed,
Jane.
is he?
And Corey Jane.
Not impressed at all.
I don't know what they're doing.
Nice Food says we should watch up at this point. Because a lot of the times their game they're watching is slightly ahead. If you're watching it on the broadcast,
Okay.
like from the satellite or whatever, it's
Yeah.
it's
Slightly
probably
ahead.
10-20 seconds ahead of this one. Sometimes even it's like a minute. It's terrible.
really?
Oh, really?
But the guys are pretty good at not saying exactly what
Yes.
happened, so they
Just
just say,
watch
"Hey, look, watch the screen. Don't look down. Here's trouble.
Whoa, go.
Loose line-out ball. Oh, Moore, he's not going to go length of the field. He's not going to go length of the field. Oh, my
yes, he
goodness.
is. Oh my goodness.
The wheels on the hooker.
Well done.
Oh,
Well
my
done.
goodness.
He
That
did
is
it all by
amazing.
himself.
That is amazing. Victoria,
job.
good morning. If you saw that one was an absolutely amazing try. All from a Forces overthrow at the line-out. Wow.
He is quick.
He is
He's
quick.
quick, all right.
It's
Rob
number
Carney's
2,
not going to catch him. No way.
Wow.
He's fast for a hooker.
Number 2's aren't supposed to do that.
They are. Remember Sean Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, he was pretty good on this.
That's unnaturally quick, though. Like,
It
look
is. That's fast.
Look at that. That's amazing. What a beautiful run, says Jason. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Victoria's having some issues with the stream. Hopefully you get a chance to go back and watch that one because that was phenomenal.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Johan's playing
He
some
does score
club
a few
rugby
tries
tomorrow
too.
and a professional rugby playing for the Bulls versus the Cheetahs. Wish you luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yes, Jamie, that guy is a front rower. Unbelievable as that may seem. Grant says everyone loves a front row try from 60 metres out. Usually when a front rower says he's scored one from 60, he's exaggerating.
Oh, he's got that. He's got the
good
goal.
Geordie Barrett has just nailed it, so that's the first lead change of the game. Will it be the last? Novbum, I believe Dane Coles is being arrested for this one.
And Julian Sevilla.
And Julian Savia, yes. So you got Riccatelli on the bench. Almore was promoted to
Artie
start.
Sevilla's on the bench.
Yeah. You can only have one Savia at a time, apparently. Goodness gracious me, that was... I'm just going to write amazing.
If he doesn't get injured, he'll be in the All Blacks, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
He's a tough bugger, man.
Someone asked who was, I think it was Demeto asked who's McMurray. That's me.
That's his nickname.
I am McMurray.
Come on, get in there, Hurricanes, come on.
That's just wrecked the Force's perfect start. Like, they were about to have a chance to turn the screws with that penalty down the Canes' end, and then they... One mistake, eh? One mistake and you're suddenly behind.
He's taking it away.
Grant says if a front rower says he scored a try from 60 metres out, he is Gazza.
If a front rower says he scored tries from 60 metres, in 5 years' time he'll say it's 80 metres.
And that's true. There's always a wee bit of embellishment, eh?
Yeah.
Is that one?
What's happened here?
Oh yeah, they took it quickly. Quick line out.
He's put that time. They've got a few Kiwis in this Western Force too.
Looking good for a first
Back him up,
Aussie win. Early days. Early days, I reckon. Jason put Almore in his fantasy team. Well, he's just racked up a clean break, a try, bunch of run meters. So, yep, you'll be looking pretty good, to be fair. Gianfranco is watching the game with a 5-minute delay from Italy. Goodness
Oh,
me,
my goodness.
5 minutes. That's brutal.
It is.
It's unfortunate the Western Force in the Aussie competition had Harvey Beef as their sponsor on their jersey. They just had a big word on the middle of their jersey, like the Kia is there.
Yes.
They just said Harvey Beef. Beef. It's just like, it was such a good... I want to say good, but it was easy to get behind the team to say, come on, the beef. The beefy boys, you know, show them the beef. But now they've changed sponsors for this competition. But JP is just putting up a blast
Well,
from the
they were
past.
knocked,
He
out,
says,
of the,
up
they were
the
knocked
beef.
out of the competition for 2 or 3 years, weren't they?
Yes.
3 years, I think it was.
Which Aussie team would we like to see get a win, if one?
Probably the Brumbies.
Hey, they're playing the Blues.
We
Don't
don't
say
want
that.
the Brumbies to win.
No, I say the Brumbies because they're the most New Zealand-style Australian team that play rugby.
Whoever is playing the Crusaders.
Yeah, that's a true Blues answer, that one.
It ain't going
That's
to be
the
the
Waratahs.
Waratahs. There's
I'm
no way.
sure it's not.
The
but-
Waratahs. There's no way they're going to beat the Waratahs.
Well, just that the Crusaders.
What is going
Oh,
on
go,
here? Rayas just scored. They're going to have to check
Go
something
check
there.
that.
Junaid says, watch up. Thank you for that, man. Quasi says, good. Yeah, greetings, 2 cents and family. Greetings,
I
Quasi.
think they're going to check this.
Matthew says, the Force lost their spirit when they lost the beef.
Yes. Oh, he's checking something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to check something, whether there was a knock on there or what.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe he's interfered with the player off the ball.
okay.
On-field try. Check obstruction or interference, yeah.
You can't do that.
No, that's why they check.
We will have a
Can't
look.
do that.
Yeah, he kind of gave
That
a wee push in the bed.
seems... I don't know.
He made a bit of a Hollywood too.
He's an Argentinian
Oh,
halfback,
there
that
you go.
guy.
That explains it. Oh, no try.
No try.
No try.
Push in the back. It's only push
In the old days, they would have awarded that.
Well, I mean, it wasn't much of a push. I've seen
Nah.
worse.
Let's have a look.
Mm.
Here it comes. Kick bounces off
He
Proctor.
hardly touched
They
it.
only touched it. That really is.
Yeah, it only takes one touch these days,
It
I
does,
guess.
yeah. And it was the big Hollywood as well.
Yeah. Not fair play, no. Come on, it's not fair play, mate.
No Aussie team playing the Chiefs is allowed to win. There you go. DeMetal asks, did you see that Hollywood?
Yes.
Yes. They got suckered.
Oh, the line out's struggling.
Good job.
The second one they've mucked up. Aileron drove through Harvey just to say up the beef at the airport.
I think
There
they've
you
got
go.
3 games. I think they've got 3 games in New Zealand.
The Force, yeah. They got the opposite
They
of
got
the
the
Brumbies.
Blues,
Yeah,
Hurricanes, and the Crusaders, I think.
tough schedule. Patrick reckons that was just a little tickle. That Hollywood one.
I'm inclined to agree.
Shouldn't be tiddlywinks, should it? That's what Tana Umaga would say. Shouldn't be
Oh, they're going
tiddlywinks.
to get that stolen. Yep.
Oh, no. Needs to roll away. The tackler didn't roll away. That's Medrano.
Such a stupid law there.
Oh, can be.
When you're at the bottom and there's about 6 guys on top of you.
You gotta be
He's
Mullen.
going to put a high one up.
My name is pronounced Dime Till Death. Oh. I always thought it was like Demetal. Like D-Metal Death. It's interesting. Dime. Oh, dime. D-I-M-E. We don't have dimes. That's why. We don't have the... What are the nickels, dimes? Goodness me, I feel like an idiot. I've been looking at your name for like...
I wonder what was going on there for a minute.
2 years. I've never seen D-I-M-E. Goodness gracious me.
Is that American?
Yeah, nickels, dimes. What are the other coins they've got over there? Quarters.
Yeah.
We don't have any of those. We don't call them those anyway. Goodness gracious me. That must have been dry. I can't believe you've waited this long to tell me. It's like having a bit of food on your face and nobody tells you for half a day, but I appreciate you telling me. Jamie's got the Reds to beat the Chiefs, but may change his mind. What do you reckon? Are the Reds going to get up tomorrow in Townsville?
Probably not.
Probably not. There you go. You got it from Gazza himself.
But it won't be a massacre like the Crusaders.
Surely that can't happen 2 weeks running.
No.
20 minutes in. It's still 7 points to 6. Yeah, 2 dimes rugby. 2 dimes rugby. Goodness me, dime. Dime. Anyway, Alaran says, watch up. Okay, so there must be something coming here. Tell you about the food immediately. It really does. Yes, Charlotte. I would also rather be told immediately about the food. People never seem to appreciate it when I tell them, though. Like I'm trying to criticize them. I'm just trying to make them not walk around half the day with food on their face. Here come the Canes. They're about 6 meters out. Feed out. He's close. Quick ball. Cut out pass to Rayasi. This time he's over, surely. Unless he's in touch. Does he look confident?
Maybe not.
Relatively.
Everybody thinks he did it.
Say it as a beaten the Tars by 200. Mark my words. We will mark those words. How much are you putting on that? USA, penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Canada, nickel, dime, quarter, loony, toonie. Right, I have heard about the loonies. Is he out? He's up in the air. That looks like a try.
That's a try.
Amazing, says Aileron. Exactly.
That's a league type try.
It's amazing.
It is. New Zealand uses the dollar. What do you use the coins? We have 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cent, $1, $2. That's it.
We don't have the 5 cent anymore.
No, we don't call them any special names other than 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cent, and $1, $2. That's it. What
He did the
a
right
finish.
thing. He went.
That was a
He did the right thing. He went in the air.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he absolutely had to get airborne, otherwise Carney had him in touch for
Yep.
sure.
Yep. Good job.
Second time round, our man Rayasi has scored an amazing try in the corner if you haven't seen it. Cut out pass.
He was the top try scorer in the Mitre 10 Cup last year.
He gets airborne.
It's Alisi Riasi. He could go close to the All Blacks, that guy. He's not a bad player.
Yeah. Charlotte's on the laptop now because I need to use my phone for work. How do I see this chat on the phone? I think there's a thing that says like show chat, something like that.
Or was that there? Yep.
Hey, got it. Good job.
What a kick. 14 points to 6.
He wasn't sure, was he?
No.
Hmm.
He didn't look very confident.
No, he just kind of looked like he had just ordered a pizza and he was waiting in the waiting room, that kind of thing.
Dead right.
Pineapple, of course. Imagine not having 5-cent pieces. We used to have a 1 cent, 2 cent, and 5 cent.
Yep.
We slowly got rid of the 1s and 2s when I was a kid, and the 5s, well,
Oh, a few years ago.
quite a
now,
long
yeah.
time ago.
Oh, yeah. 20 years?
Oh, probably not quite 20. No,
We still have 1 2 cent. That's me.
that's it.
Indeed. How was Gaz's birthday trip? Ask
Lovely.
JP.
Yeah, pretty good.
Lovely.
There you go.
I went for tea on the Friday night at one of the local hotels in Thames and met a South African rugby guy and got spoilt.
There you go. Happy days. Alaron wants to know any restaurant recommendations for Thames.
The hotel down there in Grahamstown.
Yeah, Grahamstown.
Is it called Grahamstown Hotel?
Grahamstown Hotel. It was lovely.
There you go. Grahamstown Hotel. Not sponsored. If you go to
Everyone go for lunch.
Hungary, the
What's that
smallest
place,
coin
the
they have is a 5, but the prices still end in all numbers, so the
Melbourne.
tills have to round up
Oh, yeah.
down to the nearest 5 or 10. That sounds complicated.
The Melbourne.
Yes. Melbourne Cafes.
Melbourne Cafe's good for lunch.
Nice for lunch, yeah.
Oh, that's a good run. Oh, what a tackle.
I can see the chat on the laptop, but it's under the video, so I have to keep scrolling up and down. That sounds like... Oh. I'm sure there is a way to do it, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. My parents were placed in Thames when they came to New Zealand as refugees, says Jason. Goodness
wow.
me, that's a crazy connection.
It is.
What's that?
Then they moved to Auckland.
One of the guys, his parents were
Came as
placed-
refugees. The guy who's
Oh, were
got,
they? Oh, okay.
his parents have got a bakery
Oh, yes, yes.
just up in
In
like the
Henderson.
Henderson shops.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of
They were
times.
sent to
Thames, okay,
as
that's interesting.
refugees, yeah.
Gaza, have you travelled outside New Zealand to watch rugby? Asks Quasi.
Yeah, you've been to Australia.
Australia.
Australia. There you go.
New South Wales, you came with me.
Mm-hmm.
When Auckland played them over there, and I think they won.
I feel like you came with me for that one, to be
Yes.
honest. I think that was my idea.
36-32 the game was to the
I
Blues.
didn't remember that. I remember we took my friend Gary,
And we took
Australia,
Kevin.
and he was yelling. I remember he had one line because the Tars went down. The Blues were giving them a hiding to start with.
Then they came back in the
He
second.
yelled at them something like, "Come on, Tars, $40 to watch this bullshit." Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all the fans were, "Goodness gracious me!"
They
Yeah.
didn't lose by much. It was
No,
36-32,
they
it was a close
actually
game.
came back pretty well, but they were getting smashed early. Free kick at the scrum for the Force. There is rugby on that we're actually watching live. The
Yeah, they
Force
go.
have tapped it. No, they're going to be called back, not taken on the mark. The Force have 22 run meters and 30% possession. Escosivo says that is amazing that they are only 16. Well, I guess 14-6 down is not the best place to be, but yeah, the fact they got 6 points from those numbers is not bad. Scrum time. See if we can get the edge. What time are we at Wallabies? I am at 26 minutes now, so you're already half a minute ahead of me. And then YouTube adds a 10-second delay, so I'm more like 40 seconds behind. I think something about when they do it digitally, it has to kind of go to some data center to get encoded and then sent to your TV.
Okay.
Whereas if it's the live aerial based one, it's somehow quicker. I don't really understand the technology. I just know it's slower. Because like when I was watching the World Cup on Spark, remember they only had streaming.
Yep.
And when I was watching that one, the guys around the world who were watching it on terrestrial TV were always ahead of me by a mile.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of works out well though, because if I'm behind, then I'm not spoiling it for anybody else.
Yeah.
So it's better if I'm behind. If it's the other way around, people will just say I can't watch because you're spoiling it. Yeah. Oh, and to the idea that it was Gazza coming with me to the game, JP says, Gazza follows no man. We all follow his guidance. He may follow no man, but he probably follows one woman. Maybe. I don't know. Aileron's about a minute in front. Tackles 38-20. Missed tackles 10-1. Bloody hell, the Force have already missed 10 tackles. No wonder they've conceded 2 tries.
Jason Holland.
South Hawks, man, what is going on? We're doing pretty well. 14-6 to the Force, no, to the Hurricanes. Almost 28 minutes in, we're setting the scrum in the Force's half. Who do you think will win the British and Irish Lions tour? I'm very keen to see the squad that Rassie Erasmus gathers together. Apparently it's going to be pretty big. It's really hard to say. You'd always have to favour the home team, but remember the Springboks haven't played together in a long time. But then again, neither have the Lions. At least those guys have all played the Six Nations apart from Sam Simmons.
Yep. And he's a good player.
Mama 2 Cents is the only one on Gazza's legendary level, says JP. There you go.
God, legendary level. I'm going to get a swollen head at this rate.
You are.
Oh, look out.
There was
Oh.
nobody with him.
Hurricanes are knocking on the door. 5 phases. They're not too far away from the Force's line. The Force have been pretty good defensively so far compared to all the other Australian teams. So can they keep the Hurricanes out in this instance? Albert reckons it's going to be 2-1 to the Box. Kakinen is going to watch Munster versus Cardiff tonight. Need a winning bonus point. Imagine Benetton making the final. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? It's 9 phases for the Canes. Make that 10. We're almost at the half-hour mark. Forces defence is still holding. Johannesburg is a tough place to win. That altitude is certainly a killer. JP is starting a petition to rename Tasmania into Gazmania. You've never even been to Tasmania.
Terry has, your sister.
We'd have to go there, wouldn't we?
Tell you what, if you can get it renamed Gazmania, he'll go there. That's for sure. Not that they play any rugby there, as far as I'm aware.
Do they play rugby there?
I don't think so. I think they play a bit of cricket.
I think
Wasn't David Boone from Tasmania?
Yeah,
or something?
they play a bit of AFL too.
Okay. Anthony reckons the Force has been the best Aussie team thus far. They're the most likely to compete and get a win, perhaps. Can any Aussie team cause an upset? It's gonna
They
be
can. Yeah, the Brumbies are capable.
As long as I don't do it tomorrow.
Sure. Against the Blues.
Yeah, no.
Against the Crusaders will be
It's
alright.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
They won't do it against the Crusaders. They've already had their game, eh?
Oh, Darren.
And they almost did it. They only lost by 2 points. Gee, Gareth Evans is having a good game. He's everywhere.
Do you think the Wallabies can beat France on current form? It's going to be... I'll let you go.
No, that French team's pretty good. I think they could because the French are not good travellers.
I'll be interested to see what kind of team France take. I get the feeling they may rest a
They
few of
take
their
their
big
B team,
guns.
B and C team, you could be right.
Build a bit of depth. I wouldn't be surprised. Ricky Ponting is Gazmanian, says Aileron. I never knew that. All they do in Gazmania is run it. How are you going to work? Just run it. Tasmania is mostly cricket and a bit of AFL. There you go. There you go. 2 Cent Land. Doesn't quite have the same ring as Gazmania. Scrum time. Forces feet on their own 5 metre line. They managed to hold out the Canes and they will kick clear through Kubeli. Not a bad clearance, actually.
That's a good kick, actually.
Yeah,
He's a good
pretty
halfback,
good.
that guy.
He is pretty good.
I like him. Didn't he play on another Australian team for a while, New South
The
Wales or something?
Brumbies, yeah, he played for the
Brumbies,
Brumbies.
yeah, he's good. I like him.
We'll have to do that drinking game at some point, JP. I won't spoil it. What's the Trans-Tasman final system? It's just the straight 2 best teams. So not necessarily best Aussie or Kiwi teams.
Oh,
It's
look
just
at this
the
guy.
2 best teams. It's
Tony
Pulu. Yeah. So it could be 2 Kiwi teams up against each other. It will be at this rate. France can beat anyone and lose to anyone on the same day.
Yeah, you're right
That's
there. Yeah, that's
pretty
correct.
much it. Yeah,
Yep, not wrong.
pretty much that.
They're either very brilliant or they're terrible.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground with France.
Tasmania makes the world's best whiskey. I think Scotland might have something to say about that, but anyway, I do not know. I think I heard the French won't be taking anyone who will be involved in the top 14 final, so that rules out quite a few guys, especially the likes of Vincent and Dupont. Kakinen fancies the Brumbies to trample over the Blues by 100. Goodness me. Me and the I was going to say the old girl, but I better not say that. Me and my lovely mum are going to go to that one tomorrow, so I hope you're wrong.
I hope he's wrong too.
It's probably going to be the best game of the weekend.
Hopefully.
Mind you, the Blues have got Tutu and Dalton back, so that will make a difference.
Man,
That was
Lamapi kicked that.
That fullback had to be in there. He would have
Yeah,
scored.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But they're on attack now.
They are.
Imagine if it was the top AU team versus the top New Zealand team with a 5-win team against a no-win team. Yeah, that would be a bad look. I think that's why they just picked the top 2. Victoria wants to see France get some wins. It'd be nice to see them have a good tour, but I'm also keen to see the Wallabies bring a bit of pride back into the jersey, to be fair. So let's hope it's a competitive series, if nothing else. Suffice to say, my calendar for July is looking pretty hectic. Quasi is asking, has everything opened up in New Zealand? Yeah, pretty much. You still have to quarantine if you're coming back from some places.
Everywhere except
Australia and the Cook Islands, maybe?
You guys, I know we're on a bit of a pause with Victoria at the moment. Melbourne. They have a bit of an outbreak over there.
Tasmanian Devil. You've got to look out for that Tasmanian Devil.
Well, I quite like the Tasmanian Devil. I've done a study on them. Interesting. Interesting animal.
Really needs to bind 23 players together. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen Ben Darwin's talk, he spoke for about an hour. Really good. They got it on YouTube on, I think it's Rugby Pass's channel. And he's all about cohesion and getting the same players to play together for a long, long time. He reckons that's pretty much the key to winning anything.
Like the Crusaders.
Basically like the Crusaders and any other successful team. And Kakinen, yeah, I figured you were being a wee bit tongue-in-cheek with the Brumbies by a hundy. I hope it's a good game, man. I don't really want to see for the competition for the Blues, it's going to be good if they give the Brumbies a hiding and get a bonus point. But
That ain't going to happen.
in terms of entertainment, any game that goes down to the wire is always infinitely more entertaining.
I think the Blues by about 5 to 10.
Aileron nearly stopped in Victoria on his way here from Perth. Bullet dodged, indeed.
Yes.
If you can fly direct instead of a transfer in this day and age, it's probably pretty wise. Assume no live stream tomorrow. Probably a good assumption. I'll be pushing it to get back home in time for the third game. I might be the second half. I don't know.
You're taking the car, aren't you? Or you going by train?
I don't know. I'll have to plan it out. I'll talk to Judy about it and see if we can make a plan. Are you guys going anywhere tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
Don't think so.
Oh, I'll probably go out for lunch or something
Oh,
like
well,
that.
you're not going anywhere farther.
No. That's on Sunday.
Rando says, hi 2 Cents family, I'm also a Scotch drinker, but I tried Lark once, which is the Tasmanian whiskey, and it was sublime. There you go.
Well, that's interesting.
Bit of whiskey news.
Yeah.
Wallabies reckons the national team will come together well, even if the 5 separate teams aren't doing that well, which is logical.
Yeah, I think that too.
Well,
They did last year.
They've got a good coach in Rennie.
T-shirt idea: the shape of a Tasmanian devil with Gaz's face inside it, with Gazmania above it, and on the back it says "Run it." We need to make this happen.
Oh, very clever.
Tackle him, tackle.
Junaid says to watch up, so there must be something interesting coming. Oh, here's turnover ball for the Canes. Turnover ball is always infinitely very dangerous.
Look out.
Khalifi.
Oh,
He bumps off his first tackle. He's just going to go straight over. Man, that's too easy.
It was.
Goodness me.
Just before half time.
This is looking pretty hairy for the Force, folks.
It is.
Just before half time. That's what counts.
Who's that missed the tackle on him? Because Khalifi's not a huge guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to tackle him, but Anstey loses the ball, stripped by Lomax, and then Khalifi just puts his head down. Who's that missed the tackle on him? Was it Kahui?
13.
Yeah, Richard Kahui. He's the guy who played in the 2011 World Cup for the All Blacks. He's thinking the classic like lethal whip, and I'm getting too old for this. Yeah.
Didn't he get a try against the Chiefs or the Highlanders? He got a really good try. I saw it on TV.
Honda says, evening, 2 cents, Mr. and Mrs. Gazza. You Mrs. Gazza, there you go.
No.
Our fellow rugby fanatics.
Mrs. Gazamania. Oh, you missed that.
You missed that one by a mile.
I'll update the score in a second, but with the misconversion, it's 19 points to 6, folks.
I like Duplessis Karifi, but he does give away a few penalties.
Yeah, his record with that department. He's getting better.
He's getting better, yeah. He doesn't give away as many as what he did last season.
Bit of a maturity thing, maybe.
Yep. He's a good
Tackle.
open side. He made the All Blacks, but he didn't play for them.
That's right.
What are they waiting for?
Someone to come on, maybe? Oh, Almoa's been taken off.
Oh, he's got a head assessment.
He's looking a bit groggy, actually.
What
He
happened
does.
to him?
He's not really walking in a straight line.
No, he looks like he's concussed.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Like, that guy was having to keep him steady, almost.
Yep. I reckon Telly's good. He's been in the All Black squad.
I sure don't have the depth for 5 club teams. Go back to 3 teams and the comp would look very different. You might be right. The Aussie teams just need some gases on the flanks. There you go. 2 tries a game guaranteed.
Oh, look out.
Come on, Force. They need to get 1 score before half time. Come on. Miotti puts a grubber through. Nah, nothing's happening there.
Don't know that was the right decision.
No.
Oh, Geordie's a good fullback.
Exactly.
So's Kearney. Kearney for them's a good fullback too. He's not bad. He saved them from
He's getting on.
try before.
Mark
Yep.
Morris earlier said that he's seen quicker props than Carney at the moment because he's not much younger than me, Rob Carney. He's getting on.
He's got a lot of experience, though, eh?
Oh yeah, he's got a ton of experience.
I think they need to score now if they're going to get close in this game.
Biggest problem with the 3 teams is that states like Western Australia and Vic will lose out on rugby union. I think Perth has been a pretty good example of how they can do things right. Perth seems
Andrew
to...
Forrest,
Yeah.
he's put a lot of money into the Western Force.
Like, they've produced a fair few Wallabies now, haven't they? In like the last whatever years, I don't remember. Right, Force have got 1 last crack as the Hooters gone already for half time. This first half's kind of flown by. All this talk about the Gazmania probably helped grease those wheels. Kahui takes it into contact. Gets over the advantage line. Perth has a large rugby base, says Alaran. There we go. So they definitely need to feed that, not take away from it. We're going to go half time.
The Gazza rugby story, eh?
Yes, I'm just going to quickly grab my phone, which is sitting over there. You were going to tell a story about...
Oh yeah, when I got it ordered out of the ground by the
Yes,
referee.
yes. Set the scene for them.
So
You
this...
want another drink, or are you okay?
No, I'm okay. So this is what happened. I was
Thanks, Bill.
I was at a rugby club game with College Rifles, a team that I follow, Auckland club team. They usually finish in the top 6, but they haven't won a championship. Well, they've won a few minor championships, but they haven't won a major championship for about 50 years. But anyway, cut a long story short, I was at one of their games. I can't remember who they were playing, but I was giving the referee a lot of borax, a lot of crap, and I was just yelling and yelling and yelling at him. And he stopped the game and he came over to me just before half time. He said, I'm sorry, you've got to go out of the ground because you're abusing me too much, yelling at me too much, screaming at me too much. And he said, you can watch, there's a roadway that goes into the College Rifles Club, and he ordered me to go onto the road and watch that second half of that game. I can't remember whether we won or lost. I think we won that game actually. But he was very adamant that I watch from the road. And after the game, I thought I'd be a decent man, and I went down to the referee and I shook his hand and humbly apologised.
There you go.
And he accepted my apology with grace. So that was one of the Gaz's bad moments in rugby for abusing the referee.
I do remember going to a lot of games with you where you and Luggy would just yell at the refs. And then Luggy would give the other fans...
Crap.
Yeah, a lot. Which is...
He nearly got there a couple of fights there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a bit loud.
Quasi says, I like Gather.
No.
And JP says, gentleman, and he's now calling you Garrison Ford. Yeah.
You're very clever.
Oh, he makes movies, this fella. He's quite the clever cookie.
It sounds
Very
like it.
creative.
Very creative.
Alaran says, naughty, naughty Gaza. Yes. Sam says, nice jacket. It is nice. Nice and toasty, actually. Victoria says, good on you, Gaza. I bet the ref appreciated that. Oh, it's good that the
shook
ref...
hands with him.
Because the ref's going to go back home. His missus is going to ask, how was the game? And instead of the story being, oh, some prick was giving me grief, I had to order him off the ground, at least it kind of ends with a happy ending, right? So,
Yeah.
Well, it's a fair few years ago now, though,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was about 10 years ago.
refs should carry pepper spray so they can teach people who disrespect them. Gaza knows the value of discipline. That was just the heat of the moment. There you go. Yeah.
He did have quite a talk to me after the game about the game.
That's good.
He just asked me when he was reffing next time not to give him so much grief, which I didn't.
Oh, nice. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty Gaza. That's a line from Monty Python, that one. Nice and sleazy is wishing us a good morning from Wales. I hope it's nice and warm over there, mate, because it's been a wee bit brisk here today, but it's not too bad now. I'm just having a look at the stats at halftime. Possession 61-39, territory 65-35, run meters 300 to 104, all these in favour of the Canes. Tackling percentage 88% to 79%. It's kind of no wonder that the Canes are up as they are. That ref will not get citizenship in Gasmania. That's true. He will have his visa application denied.
Yeah, I was a bit... I used to give a lot of refs quite a bit of grief. But it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me, to be honest.
You've mellowed a bit.
Yeah, he's mellowed. He's mellowed a lot, to be fair. Henry's in Vietnam. He says Rob Carney's looking slow. Well, I guess he's getting on.
How long is this contract with the Force for? 2 years or 1 year?
I don't actually know. Probably just a year. Victoria says they should have a set of cards for use with the public as well and have 2 sin bins. Like, yeah, get out on the road. That's your sin bin. JP says Gasmania requires to tackle and run your way into citizenship. If you can't tackle, you can't become a citizen. There you go.
Thank you very much.
What temperature is it there, Jamie? I don't actually know.
What was it this morning?
It was 6 degrees.
6 degrees this morning.
Yeah, it was pretty brisk in the
It
morning.
was- Got it. I think it was maximum of about 17. I think
It's been cold all day though.
it has been cold today. Warmed up about another 3.
Did the kids feel the cold or are they pretty good?
They always complain about it in the morning, but by the time they get going, they kind of forget about it. They get pretty hardy.
What about Judy?
I don't even know because she's out the door before I'm even out of bed. So
Poor Judy.
yeah, poor Judy. Hollywood says it's 2:54 a.m. here. My new dog is wondering why we're spending the night in the living room because rugby. Kakinen got his first ever letter. It's a jury summons. Oh joy! I kind of want a jury summons. I had one when I was in China, right?
Yes.
I had a jury summons.
Yes,
I've never had one apart from that. I couldn't do it.
I've had about 6 of the blooming things.
Yeah, you've had quite a few.
I've had a couple.
Share and yours.
Yeah, you got out of yours once by saying you knew the guy, didn't you?
Yeah, I did know the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did know the guy. He was pointing me out to the judge pre-trial.
He's
Just
like,
went up to the judge and said, "Oh."
he's like, I know that guy. When I was a
know this guy
referee,
about
he
20 years
abused
ago."
me. He abused me from the sideline, and I threatened to send him out of the game. Seeing you all in your jackets and beanies makes me not want to jump on the plane. To be honest, Victoria, I just looked at the weather report. It's like 12 degrees, so it's not actually that bad. It's not actually too bad. I'm being a bit of a softie. I mainly left this jacket on because it's a Hurricanes jacket, but I'll admit, sitting here in front of this computer during the day without moving, I was getting a wee bit cold. If I went for a walk, I would have warmed straight up.
Oh, that was
Dime till
something.
death. Seeing as you're not to metal, Dime. I think it's Vancouver. It's Canada. My dad's been called up like 5 times and dismissed every time.
Oh gosh.
Gee, that was some try, wasn't it? He's concussed. You could see when he was going off, he was really
I've done a few trials.
he was really swaying.
Kakinen's kindly offering to give me his jury summons. I don't know if I would qualify for Irish jury service.
Yeah, it quite works that way.
How are they doing that in COVID, Dave? You still doing the jury in person thing? JP's going to buy an island himself and just name it Gasmania and erect a statue of the great man and name him the president.
They're going to give
Goodness
me a
me.
big head soon, aren't they?
They are.
It's mid-20s over there where you are.
Is it?
It's 12 degrees at night. It's fully 8 o'clock over here. So 12 degrees, I feel like it's not
It's
too
not
bad.
bad. No, it's not bad.
Is it summertime over there in Ireland?
And the northern hemisphere, Victoria's in France, so yeah.
That will be.
Sebastian has reminded us about the beer cap trivia. We should have a few of these lying around, actually. I think I chucked out the ones from dinner, but I've got a couple here. What do we got? I'll ask you guys as well. In what year did Sachin Tendulkar, cricket question, score his first Test century?
Oh, God.
Guesses. Sachin Tendulkar, first Test century.
Don't know. He's been
Probably
around
late
a while.
90s, early 2000s. That's about the closest I can get.
It's been around a while, yeah.
It's earlier than that, if this cap is to be believed. According to this can't be right. It says 1990. That can't be right.
He started when he was only very young.
Yeah, he played for them for about 20 years.
He was only...
JP got it,
He was
1990.
17. I think he was 17 when he played for India.
1990.
Very young.
JP got it. That's
Yeah.
amazing. 1990.
Yeah. He was very young when he started.
Bloody
He was
hell.
17 or 18 when he played for India.
That's incredible. Okay. That's okay. Wow, amazing. 1990. 'Cause when did we have the World Cup here? That was 92 or 4? Or was it 90?
90. Hang on.
Was that 1990?
80. We had it in 87. We had it in 87, the first World Cup.
No, we had a World Cup here.
Yeah, we did.
Was it 90? I think it might have been 90.
Could have been.
What's that?
The one, the 90.
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. Sorry, cricket. Yeah, we did have it. It was about 92 or something. You could be right.
What's up, Charlie? How we doing? Second question. It's a film-related question. You guys should know this one.
Really?
Who directed the movie Boy?
Wouldn't have a clue.
I feel like you were going to say it, but then you pulled out of it.
I was going to say Taika Waititi.
There you go.
Are you joking?
You got it. Taika
really?
Waititi.
I don't like him.
You don't like him? You don't like Taika?
No, I think he's
New Zealand legend.
an idiot.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Shots have been fired.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but no, I'm not keen.
JP, the movie buff, just said one of my favourites. Oh, no.
Oh no, sorry.
What's going down?
Sorry.
You're only telling the truth as you
It's
see
just,
it.
it's just my opinion.
Each to their own. Each to their own.
Each to their
Each to
own,
their
that's
own.
right.
Alaran says, love Taika.
My opinion.
Right, the beer I have just... boy, what a title. How do they make them up? I don't know. I guess because the movie was about a boy?
It's about a boy.
Yeah. World Cup's 1992. I thought it was early 90s. Thank you, Albert. Last one. Gazza will know this one, I think. Mama 2 Cents just verbally rescinded her New Zealand citizenship. There you go. That's true. He has a very specific sense of humour to his movies. That's true. Yeah.
He does. I just don't get his...
If you don't like it, then you probably won't like it.
Don't get his sense of humour at all.
Yeah. What was I going to say? We do get a bit protective about that kind of stuff. Like, do you remember when the Hobbit movies came out? And the Hobbit wasn't that well received.
No.
But before the Hobbit came out to the public, there were reviews about it because, critics get to see it first.
Yeah.
And some of the critics were like bagging it, the first one.
Yeah.
And Kiwis were getting online like, how dare you effing this, effing that. And it's like, bro, you haven't even seen it. Why are you getting so angry?
How can you say that?
Yeah.
We're pretty good at the tall poppy syndrome and the knockdown.
Last one. What does southpaw mean?
Left-handed.
Left-handed.
Boxer, left-handed.
Left-handed boxer.
That one's
Like
too
this.
easy.
It was easy.
That's southpaw.
That one's too
Lead
easy.
with your right hand, over with your left.
There you go. Easy as. Mama 2 Cents can just take up her place as the Empress of Gasmania. Yeah, you don't need that New Zealand citizenship anyway.
No, I don't.
JP says left-handed boxer. Patrick says lefty. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it. Too easy. That one's a general knowledge
It was a
question.
very easy one.
I guess they're all general knowledge, but usually they're a bit more specific than that.
Yeah.
Matthew got it as well.
Oh, John McKee.
Yeah,
Their
he's the
assistant
assistant.
coach,
Yeah,
ex-Fiji coach.
that's right. New Zealand actively destroyed its entertainment workers' rights to ensure the Hobbit stayed there. That was a bit of a debacle, that one, eh? Where's my wedding ring? I was getting too fat, man, and I get chilblains on my hands, so it gets uncomfortable. Put on weight since my wedding, so I don't really wear it.
He's doing that walking thing, he's doing a bit of fitness work.
Yeah, you would have lost a bit of
How would you react if someone said the Power Rangers had their worst seasons filmed in New Zealand? That one, for some reason, we wouldn't care.
No,
The Power Rangers, not fussed. But The Hobbit, because it was directed by a Kiwi, I feel like we are intrinsically
Jack's
more
name,
connected
what's his
to it.
Yes. Yeah.
Does Gazza think the All Blacks have what it takes to win the next World Cup? With our man Steve Foster in charge.
No.
Oh, shots fired. Rescind his citizenship as well. Off to Gasmania with both of you.
He might not be the coach.
He might not be if they have a bad
He's only
season.
on a 2-year contract, guys, so he might not be the coach.
That's it.
I'd say this year he needs to win 80-90% of the tests if he's to go to the World Cup.
He needs to have a good run, especially with Robertson just getting trophy after trophy after trophy. The Hobbit didn't really need to be 3 movies. Yeah, The Hobbit was a bit of a tough watch, actually.
And we have been to Hobbiton.
We have. Every Kiwi's been to Hobbiton. Gazza for next All Blacks coach. There you go. Amazed you never came across 5 dudes wearing multicolored spandex suits kicking every part of Auckland. Yeah, the Power Rangers things never really made the news over here. Funnily enough. Gatland to take the All Blacks. I would
Probably
say
not.
unlikely.
No.
Yeah,
No.
very unlikely. Gazza to replace Steve Foster. Steve Foster's not allowed in Gazmania.
Steve Foster.
Right,
Stevie and Foster.
we've got kick-off in the second half. Aussies has just returned it, and the ball has not gone past the halfway line. So, yeah, decent little position for the Force earlier. Scooter says, "Evening all, good to see Gazza."
Hey,
Yes, Gazza's here. Mum's on the other side of him. Which matchup, if any, will lead to an Aussie team winning in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman? We had something similar to that before.
I think it'll be the Brumbies. I just don't know when.
They've only got 3 games to get it done.
And they got 2 in Canberra. So they've got a chance. They're hard at Canberra to win.
Victoria hasn't seen the Lord of the Rings movies. It's one of my favourite things to tell people when they learn you're from New Zealand. The reactions
Tony
remain
Poo.
priceless.
Look out.
You have to have seen the Lord of the Rings movies. Come
He
on,
looks
Victoria.
dangerous. Pooley.
Unbelievable. How can you have not seen the Lord of the Rings movies?
They were pretty good.
They were pretty good.
What's that?
The Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, they're okay.
Hobbiton have done very well.
How are they doing with no tourists, though?
Well, they're still doing it.
They're still doing it.
Cut
Like
right
scaled back?
Yeah, they've just reduced it right back.
Scaled right back. Yeah.
They do a lot of high schools go down there and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
School groups.
Rayasi for the All Blacks.
Oh, he'll go close. Caleb Clark's going to sevens to the Olympics. He could make the squad. I'm not saying he will, because I don't know how many wingers Stevie and Foster's going to pick. So it'll be interesting. He's good enough.
The last time I went to Hobbiton, our guide told us a story about how on a previous one she had done a few weeks earlier, this guy proposed to his girlfriend and she turned him down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be proposing your girlfriend
No.
at Hobbiton unless she's really into it, which I suppose is possible. Been told there's 2 requirements to be a New Zealand citizen. Number 1, knowledge of Dan Carter, and number 2, being able to reenact the Toffee Pop ad on command. The Toffee Pop ad. Goodness gracious me, that's a bit more niche, that one.
And now Dan Carter's on the Chemist Warehouse ad.
Yeah, bloody hell.
5 minutes.
Well, all the young kids nowadays will only know him as the Chemist Warehouse guy, not the rugby player.
Yeah.
If there is an Olympics. Yeah, that's true. Who knows what's going to happen? Like, didn't Japan declare like a state of emergency or something with their COVID cases? So goodness knows what's going to go on with that.
Yeah, they're getting 4,000 cases every day the other day.
It's bananas, but I was watching some of the sumo the other day and they had a crowd. But I mean, they're all socially distanced, but it's an indoor event. Like, indoors is way more
He
dangerous.
missed it. He
Knocked it on. The Hurricanes were looking pretty dangerous.
Geordie Barrett had the open line. He threw the pass and the guy missed it.
If there's one thing I learned about the Lord of the Rings movies, they could have just flown to Mordor on the backs of those eagles, which makes more sense than travelling across 13 months. Yeah, I think a few people have pointed out it's a bit of a loophole, isn't it? I guess you got to do the whole suspension of disbelief thingy.
Watch this. Oh, he dropped it.
Wouldn't have made 3 movies, would it?
Oh, Jeremy Thrush. He's good. He played for the Hurricanes for years. And he was an All Black too. Good player. He's been with the Force for 3 or 4 years.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Honey Badger, Nick Cummins. Goodness me. Dime wants to know what Gazza's Lions tour predictions are. 3-game series against the Box.
Well, I'm going to...
Is it going to be a split? Is it going to be 2-1?
No, it's going to be 1 each with a draw like the 27 Lions did with the All Blacks. How's that, guys?
Wow.
Could happen. I think you've hit the nail on the head, Mick Murray. I think it depends on who Rusty Rasmus picks.
Depends on the referee too.
Oh, they'll be neutral referees.
But they had French referees when they were here.
Oh no! Don't talk to me about French referees.
We were in Australia when they played that here. Remember?
Yeah.
We were in
Don't talk to me about
Australia.
French referees. Oh, French referees.
But that last game was ridiculous.
It's shocking. Now they're losing one of their main men. I think Jeremy Thrush is going to have to go off.
The ring was supposed to be destroyed, and a covert sneaking thing to do the Eagles thing might have been a bit obvious. Yeah, probably. What did you think about the Lions taking down the Bulls, Sebastian? I'm gutted I couldn't see that one. I couldn't find a replay on the TV here, which is bananas. Like, they replayed the Stormers and the Stormers Sharks game a couple of times, but they didn't replay the. I don't even know if they showed the Lions game on my feed anyway.
Was that the one they played the Bulls?
Yeah, they beat the Bulls by 1 point.
Yeah, they beat them 34-33. I saw that. It's a close game.
Who do you think's the most liked Wallabies player in New Zealand? I always liked and respected and feared David Pocock. That's from modern times for sure. Pocock. John Eales is pretty well respected.
John Eales, David Pocock. That's two really good guys.
Morning, Flesh-In. How's it going, man? He says good morning to the 2 Cents family.
G'day.
Good morning. Evening from here.
Yeah, evening from here is right. I'm from Wales, but the new Pro 16 Rainbow Cup is a class watch. Yeah, there's been some entertaining games. Although it seems like the coaches have been trialling a few different combos, so it's been hard to predict. My husband is hoping to hear back about a job he had an interview for. He was made redundant in March.
Oh, good luck.
Good luck indeed. Redundancy thing struck quite a few people, for sure. So, yeah, good luck to him.
Tony Poole used to play for Counties, didn't he?
Counties and the Chiefs, I think. Yeah.
He's playing well in this game. He made 2 dynamic breaks.
Campese not liked in New Zealand. No, Campese's not popular. Quade Cooper's certainly not popular, even though he's got Tokoroa background. Alaran and Junaid have just said watch up, so this could be about to get pretty messy for the old force here. How's the game, Flesh-In? The force went ahead with a couple of penalties early, but I wouldn't say they've really fired much in the way of shots, eh? They've limited the Canes to 3 tries so far. One of them was an absolutely magic 60-metre try from the Hurricanes hooker, if you can believe it.
He's gone off injured.
He's gone off injured indeed, but after a 60-metre effort, no wonder. Here's trouble, Hussein. Yeah, try time.
Try time. You ain't going to stop Goosen.
Tim Horan.
Yeah, he's well respected in New Zealand. Jason Little, he's well respected in New Zealand. Joe Roth.
Yeah, true. Yeah. He just had to put the hammer down there.
Yeah. He's pretty quick.
Carney shot up to try and shut it down at Geordie Barrett because he knew if he didn't, it was going to be game over. But Geordie was quick enough to get the ball away, eh? Just look at those hands. Real quick hands.
He's pretty quick, Goosen.
They keep scoring out wide, so Barrett's got his work cut out for him with the kicks.
He does. Then he missed one though, I think, hasn't
It's
he?
true.
Yeah, he missed the last one, boy.
Victoria's going to head off. Take care, Victoria. Have a good one. Hope it
see you,
stays nice
Victoria.
and warm. 60-metre tries and hooker should never be in the same breath. I know, but it was what it was. Hoyson got some sauce. These guys actually seem to be calling him Hussein rather than Hoyson. Oh, he's missed that one as well. What was that?
Oh, it'd be my phone.
Oh.
What's the matter with it?
People are messaging you to say, did you see that try?
It just beeped.
Good try too.
Good finish is right. 24 points to 6 is looking like a long way back.
They have to score. They have to be the next to score.
How many times have they looked like scoring tries in this game?
I haven't.
Not really.
Pulu's made a couple of good breaks.
Has there ever been a Kiwi-born player to play for the Springboks? Not that I'm aware of. We've had the reverse, like Mertens is South African by birth. What's the guy who used to live on our street?
Oh God.
The hooker.
Oh, All Black hooker. Yeah. He coached Northland.
Yeah, you
Coached in Japan.
used to hit him up for a
Yes.
conversation all the time.
Yeah, oh.
He was South African, right, by birth, wasn't he?
I don't know. Was he?
He
Sorry?
Was he South African by birth?
I don't know. He played for Northland, didn't he? And he played for Auckland. Oh, what's his name? I'm trying
It'll
to...
come to you. It'll come to you.
Yeah.
I can see his face, chiseled, kind of.
Yeah.
He broke his neck twice, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He broke his neck and then he... Whitcomb?
Darren Whitcomb, yeah.
Derek Whitcomb.
Kickinen's
He
off to
broke
get
his
some
neck
sleep.
and then he came back and broke his neck again, so he retired.
Take care, Kickinen, mate.
And then he coached for Northland and then he coached in Japan. He's a good player too.
Listen to Ben Darwin about the centres. Would ALB and Goodhue be the AB's long-term fix? I suppose so. They'd be the guys who probably played together the most, eh? Where was Darren Whitcomb born? Let's have a look. Oh no, he's Australian.
Australian, is he?
I knew he wasn't Kiwi. At least by birth.
Oh, here they could be going here.
From Hobart, actually. So he's from
Okay.
Tasmania.
Is he? Oh, really?
Right,
They got a
come on,
chance, mate.
force.
They got a chance.
Almost 50 minutes, and they're 5 metres out. They've got a penalty there. They can't go for threes anymore. And Kirkinen says, like the video and sub. Indeed. Definitely. Any South African rugby club that's been coached by a Kiwi? Well, John Plumtree used to coach the Sharks.
Yep.
Carlos Spencer was an assistant at the Lions, but the assistant's not the same thing. John Mitchell coached the Bulls. There's a couple off the top of my head anyway.
Artie Savea's coming on.
Artie Savea is coming on.
Mitchell coach in Australia for all.
Yeah, he
he
coached the
the
Western
He
Force.
coached the Force, yeah. Coached the All Blacks, coached the Force, coached the Bulls,
And he's now
coached,
assistant coach with Eddie Jones.
coached America.
He's coached in
Gosh,
America,
he's
yep.
Yeah,
Been all over the show.
yeah, he
And
is.
is he coached in Japan?
I don't think so.
No,
I'm sure
he's-
he will.
He's with Eddie Jones.
Yeah, he's the defence coach.
What can they do with this?
What's Gasmania? Good question, Tom. Artie says Alaran. Indeed. Artie has been out for a wee while, so good to see him back. Mitchell also coached the Lions. That's true, Jason. That was his first gig, eh?
Yep.
First gig was the Lions, and then the second gig was the Bulls.
And then England,
Savea
and then
Turner.
England came and poached him, didn't
They
they?
did. They paid him out.
Jake White's now at the Bulls.
That's right. And they're doing phenomenally well under him.
He was also with the Brumbies.
He was.
Also coached South Africa.
Man, big turnover from the Canes in their own 22 means the Force are going to be back playing down the other end of the field. Savia impact, absolutely. John Mitchell coached the Curry Cup side for the Lions in the Western Force and Super Rugby. Yeah, he's been around the block, old John Mitchell. I think he was involved in like a home invasion when he was in South Africa at some point. That made the news that he... Did he like fight the assailants or something like that? Did he get injured? I think he got injured. I don't think he got shot.
He coached Waikato. I'll tell you a story about him. He coached Waikato, and he was in a cafe where a young guy was playing up in the cafe in Hamilton,
Yeah.
and John Mitchell politely told the guy to
Bugger
pull
off.
his head in,
Oh,
and the guy challenged him, so he dropped him.
wow. I wouldn't challenge John Mitchell. He's still a
I
pretty big
wouldn't-
unit.
Oh no, man!
He's a pretty big unit.
His son plays for the Black Caps.
Oh, really?
Daryl Mitchell, yeah.
Laurie Maines coached the Cats. I can't even remember that.
Oh, vaguely, yeah, vaguely.
It's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Do you think Jacques Nina will be a good replacement for Rassi? I think he'll be under pretty close guidance. He'll be under guidance from Rassi. Rassi is still his boss, so...
He's the director of rugby now.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be less hands-on, more kind of strategic level, but I still think he won't be able to help himself from having a pretty big influence on the side. Those guys have coached together for years, so I can't imagine it'll be a big sea change.
Who's the guy that'll coach him? What's his name?
Jacques Nina, but
Jacques,
he was like
he'll be the coach, but Russie will be the overseer.
Yeah. Aileron played against John Mitchell in first 15 rugby. Bloody hell.
Oh, wow.
He played a lot of games for Waikato at number 8. He was good too. He was good. He was a hard man.
If you could have one player from the Crusaders join the Blues, who would it be? It's hard to go past Moonga at this point, but we could certainly use Cody Taylor or Bryn Hallback. I don't know. Will Jordan be a pretty good fullback? Watching this, I realise why everyone else is behind New Zealand and rugby teams. The game is a religion. We do talk a lot of rugby, it's true. Are we getting up early to watch Sale Sharks against Bristol Bears, or as some call it, the Sale Springboks against the Salary Cap? I haven't actually seen the Premiership fixtures for this weekend. I'll have a look, but I got my nephew's birthday party to go to this weekend, so we'll have to see how the planning goes. Sammy says, the Force are hopeless without the sacred beef. They don't have the same beefy attacking flair, do they? But their defence is still alright. I mean, I know it's 24-6 and that doesn't seem like a great scoreline.
Oh.
But, yeah, I guess it could be 30, 40 points by the end of this. We'll have to wait and see how their defence holds up. Aileron McKenzie take Will Jordan. Yeah, Will Jordan.
Damian McKenzie.
If you're picking a Crusader, though, to come to the Blues.
Yeah, probably. Who would I pick? Yeah, Will Jordan or Reese.
Sever Reese. I might go Cody Taylor. Long weekend in the UK. We've got a long weekend next weekend. This weekend's a regular one.
Oh, he dropped it.
Yeah.
He dropped it.
Which Kiwi coach has the most club coaching experience locally and internationally?
Oh.
Which Kiwi coach has the most experience coaching club? There's been a few that have been around the block.
Oh, what's he looking at?
Chiefs to be the first team to lose to an Aussie side. What do we have a look at here? TMO is going to have a look at something.
Of course, Ben O'Keefe has to stick his nose in, and Brendan Pickerel. The wooden referees in New Zealand.
They'll send you to the car
What
park if
happened
you're not
here?
careful. Potential foul play. What are we looking at? Oh, is it Geordie Barrett with that shoulder?
Could be.
Geordie's gone in. That angle looks fairly
Innocuous.
innocuous, yeah, but that
Yes,
one doesn't
it
look
hit his
great.
head. He'll be up.
But that's what forwards do all the time. That's pretty innocuous. I mean, we're not playing tiddlywinks, are we? That's what Tana Rumanga
It
said.
hit the guy's head though, look.
Yeah, I know. Well,
He'll be off.
He hits him
Right.
pretty much on the back of the head with his shoulder. Nice foot takeaway, says play on. I can't imagine they'll play on from that. I can imagine there's going to be a card in his
Watching
future.
it so many times.
Is this a red card? It happens a million times a game.
I think it'll be yellow.
Yeah, it probably should be a yellow.
Oh, he wants to see it again. Goodness sake.
Make a decision. You've seen it, you've seen it, you've seen it again.
He sort of hit him in the shoulder.
He can't.
Nearly hit. No,
He's trying to find
he
a
might
reason.
get a yellow for this.
He's trying to find a reason not to give him a red, I think. If he's wanting to see it again. How many times do you need to see it? Come on, man. Penalty. Whew. Happy, okay.
Lucky.
Lucky. I honestly reckon he's pretty lucky. I'll tell you about it. Penalty. Everything right. Tried to wrap. Your player's gotten low. He makes head contact, so it's a penalty. That's pretty sensible in the scheme of things. It's just you see so many of them get cards. You're kind of used to it by now.
That's right.
Oh, Dime says finally some sense from the refs. There you go.
Good to see.
Yeah, well, he's probably the best of the bad bunch, Dom. If he had Williams, he'd probably give him a yellow. Paul Williams. He used to referee club games.
Some of them probably would have been.
Paul Williams used to referee the college rifle club games, and the players absolutely hated him because he was so robotic. That says a lot for one of our top referees, doesn't it?
Hollywood, I didn't see the injury to Tavares, but I did hear that he's out for a while. As an Islanders fan, I'm kind of not heartbroken about it, but obviously you don't want to see anybody get injured.
Karifi again.
Yep. Mioti's kicking the force down into the Hurricanes 22. This game's going to go anywhere. They need to score pretty
Right
soon.
now.
Yeah, basically. What's worse, the dyed hair or the mullets? Whoa! Look at those mullets.
They're awful, aren't they?
How could you do that to your children?
Well, I mean, they look like they're old enough to choose.
Bloody hell, my kids aren't choosing that option.
Jack Goodhue,
Terrible.
I mean, when he's that
Damien
old,
McKenzie, they're mullets.
when they're that old, that's okay, but man, come on.
Not when they were a bit.
Oh, those mullets. Goodness gracious me. That's child abuse, that is. Unbelievable.
Terrible.
And Matthew Todd's just said the same thing. Yeah, that's amazing. Unbelievable. Junaid says to watch up, so let's have a look.
Oh dear. What
Is
are you
it the
thinking?
force, or is it going to be... Because last time, the first time they said watch up, it was a forced line out on the Canes 22, and then Almoor went 60 metres and scored, so you never know which way it's going to go.
I think they'll get a try.
They might do.
My little fella. Come on, Carney, the old boy. Oh, he's got the offload skills. Come on, Force, we need a score. Charlotte hates mullets. They seem to be coming back into fashion, Charlotte. What can we say?
Oh, here's
It's a
a try.
sad state of the world. What's worse, the pandemic or the resurgence of the mullets? Probably the pandemic.
Get it to Pulu. Get it at the Pulu. Winger.
All right,
Oh,
Charlotte,
no.
take care. Oh, what's going on?
Oh,
I thought
my
it was going to be the
goodness.
Force. What did I say
Go,
about it
Aussie,
being
go.
You're not going to catch him.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, fat lady is pretty much out.
That was the closest that ever got
That
down
was
there.
that was the closest.
Oh dear.
It's another length of the field job.
It is.
Oh, there's just nobody there. He passes it between the guys. A bit of a miscommunication there, and all the Force guys are just getting left for dead.
I'm not going to catch him.
No.
That's a 14-point try.
Oh dear.
Yep, 14 pointers, right.
Good skills on his part.
Oh, he's good. He's a skilled player. He plays sevens for New
To
Zealand.
kick it and then catch
To
it.
kick it.
I've seen this guy play sevens for New Zealand. He's really good.
Yeah. If you're not watching the game, the Force were hot on attack. They threw a loose ball. It kind of bounced to the ground. Rayasi kicked it up with his foot to himself, regathered it, and then just went length of the field to score. So it's absolutely
A
brutal.
14-pointer, guys. 14.
Yeah.
14 points. I'd like to see them score a try, though.
Oh, they looked like they were going to there.
Yep. Unbelievable.
That was just... He did the right thing, too. He put his leg out.
He did.
Yeah, great reaction.
I think the only three guys that could have scored that would have been Rayasi, Barrett or Goosen. I don't think any of the others would have.
Rayasi is fire, absolutely. Great footy skills, great skills.
Yep.
Do you think the long travel has affected the Force that much?
They've been here since Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's a huge factor. I did videos back when Super Rugby was a thing, like with a full travel schedule. And the teams coming off travel didn't really have a dip that much in performance. It was pretty similar.
Well, look at the New Zealand teams. Look at the New Zealand teams.
But yeah, I remember comparing teams' performances when they'd travelled and when they were... No, it wasn't a huge difference, eh? Home and away is a lot bigger than the travel, so maybe it's just they're away
Here's
from
my
home.
favourite Hurricane coach. Not. Jason Holland.
What's wrong with him?
Aileron's come over from Perth
He didn't pick a decent
as well.
fly
It
half.
says it's not a problem, so yeah, exactly. How's the gardening been going in the cold weather, Lewis? I haven't done a lot, eh? I've been trying to just keep up with amending the old soil. I'm waiting for one of my neighbours who's got exceptionally long grass to cut it so I can take the clippings and put them on my lawn.
Are you going to ask him or just take them?
No, it's on the berm, so it's not their property anyway, technically, but they should cut it.
Does this guy over here cut his lawns much?
Not really. Hardly see him, actually.
Good sort of neighbour to have.
Big VH's going to go do the groceries. I guess, in other words, saying there's not much more to see here. 31-6. Yeah.
19 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I still want to see him score a try.
Amir says the Force disappoints him. Yeah.
They're hard at home.
Yeah, the away thing is tough. But yeah, Sammy says a couple of chances have gone begging for the Force and it's ended up in Kane's tries. So, I mean, you could call part of that luck, but that wasn't luck. That was just skill. You wish I was your neighbour so I could take all your dead grass, put it on my lawn. Basically, I want a cheap mulch. I don't want to go buy mulch. So, grass clippings. Man, I've got leaves. I took leaves that were out on the street. So I cleared some guy's yard out from leaves. Chucked them on my lawn. The leaves take a lot longer to decompose as the pain. You should ask your neighbour to cut his grass and use the cuttings.
Yep.
Yeah. I could go cut his grass, to be honest, but I'm hoping he'll do it eventually. It's not my direct neighbour. It's actually kind of around the corner down the street, but it's like, a 1 minute walk. Gut-wrenching as a Force supporter, Ali. Absolutely. Yeah. I think all of us wanted the Force to be a bit better than this. But yeah, like I said, there's been a couple of length of the field jobs where the Force were hot on attack and it's ended up 7 points the other way, which is pretty brutal.
Are they better than New South Wales? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Thinking about how Lamapu's going overseas soon, who's the biggest loss for New Zealand rugby because they went overseas? Retallick's absence, I think, has been massive. He's a huge piece of the All Blacks puzzle.
Yeah, he is.
Good news about him, though. He's coming back.
He's back in now, I think.
Yeah, top league season's done. He should be back and available. I don't think we quite had anybody at his level.
Sam Whitelock would probably be the closest.
Yeah, Sam Whitelock, but they're kind of different players, eh?
Mind you, the young Waikato guy's not bad. Via. He's promising.
How do you see Bodie Barrett with the ABs this year with Richie in sublime form and fullback
Yes,
stocks
see him,
high?
you'll see him.
Yeah, maybe he gets number 23. I'm not sure.
Kevin's got him at number 23.
I'm always in favour of kind of keeping the guys, who've stayed locally to give them the first crack at it. But then Bodie's contracted to New Zealand Rugby. They gave him the sabbatical, so it seems a bit punitive to be like, here's a punishment for a thing we agreed to let you do it, and we're going to punish you for it. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick.
Well, Foster said he's going to be in the squad.
Oh,
Him
yeah.
and Retallick.
2-time World Player of the Year, got him in the squad, eh?
Did you see the way he played in Japan? God,
Didn't see a lot, but yeah, he seemed pretty good.
Not quite the same standard though, is it?
It's getting better.
We know that.
yeah,
It's getting
getting
better,
better.
and we know that. But, I mean,
Well, it just
Different from
makes
this, for sure.
Makes them look good though.
that the Japanese are going to restrict the number of foreign players very soon
They
too.
should too.
Agree 100%. South Auckland, pain. What's happened to Fergus Lee Warner, whose haircut also leaves a bit to be desired, to be fair? Do you like Matera going to the Crusaders? That would be amazing for the Pumas. Absolutely. I think it's a great signing. He'll bring a bit of attention to the games, which is phenomenal. Matera.
Oh yeah.
And he's actually pretty experienced, like compared to a lot of the Crusaders loosies who they're not like stocked with All Blacks loose forwards. Like they've got, a few guys who are there or thereabouts, but they don't have like an Adi Savia or, Shannon Frizzell, like a quite experienced All Black in their ranks.
They've got good loosies though.
They've got good loosies, but like none with the experience that Matera's got. So I think he'll be a good mentor for some of them as well.
I think that Dominic Bird signed for the Hurricanes, and so's Franks.
Yeah, Owen Franks.
He'll be good for the Hurricanes. Owen Franks. I don't know whether Lomax will be in the All Blacks this year.
He's not been that good, has he?
Well, he's been a bit inconsistent, hasn't he? George Bauer, I reckon, will be there though.
Could be there or thereabouts as well. The Warriors are starting to warrior now. Does that mean they're losing or collapsing? 15 minutes to go on this one. It's 31-6. Still 15 minutes to go, like Gareth Evans has just said on the sideline, as if to say it's not all over yet, but it's everything but.
Get the ball out, get the ball out.
Big scrum. The Force have won a scrum penalty. That's a bit of a feel-good one for them, but what can they do here?
Yeah, the Wellington front row is probably not the best in the country, is it?
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck and the Blues next year. Probably.
Yes, definitely.
They're not going to pay him all that money to not play him with the Blues. Yep, he'll definitely play. Whether he makes the World Cup squad in 2023, that's a different question.
He could do. He's good enough.
Can he adapt quick enough?
I think he can. He's such a talented guy. I think he'll do it no sweat. He's just got to realise he's got a lot of competition. Damien McKenzie, Geordie Barrett, Bowden Barrett if they decide to go fullback, Will Jordan. There's only,
As a Brizzy boy with the Reds and Bronx not performing, I can at least jump on the Lions bandwagon, although I like the AFL. Brisbane Lions, eh? AFL. High hopes for the current Manu Samoa selection.
Tony Pulu, get it out the Pulu.
I did have a
Pass
look
it,
at the
pass it.
Samoa squad. It looks pretty solid. A few uncapped guys. Grant, you can hear the TV. I'm hoping with Gazza and Mum and me here, we can kind of keep the TV to a minimum. But yeah, Hopefully Sanzar doesn't smash me for that one. They seem to be stricter on Facebook streaming than they do on YouTube for the sound that comes from the TV. Hopefully Australia gets one win this week, says Sean. It doesn't look like it's going to be this game, mate.
As long as it's not tomorrow's game.
Which one tomorrow? There's 3 on tomorrow. There's those 3.
Well, the Blues one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
I think the Blues will win, but I think it'll be tight.
Poor old Bodie may be boned. One of the most naturally gifted players in the world, but no easy fit in the All Blacks team. You think he'll be brought on as an impact player? Simon, I think that's probably where he fits in at the moment.
The first few games, and then he'll be back in.
Yeah, I don't think he can justify starting at 10 with the form that Richie's in, and I don't think you can put him at fullback, seeing as we've got 3 very good fullbacks already. So, yes. Be a good Gazamaniac and boom for the like button. Yeah, if you guys haven't liked the stream, feel free to go ahead and like it. It's always happy days when you do. Auburn Ledge has just put in a clearance kick. I don't feel like the Hurricanes are under huge pressure to score any more points. They seem kind of happy just to tick this one along. Do you reckon letting some fringe players join an AU team could help? I don't know, eh? I'm not sure there's any easy solution to it other than more guys getting more games who are Aussie eligible. So, yeah, it's tough. The fact that the NRC is no longer a thing kind of doesn't help either.
Yes, I agree with you.
Tomorrow should be a bit better for the Aussie sides, unlike the Force tonight. Hopefully a closer contest except for the Tars game. Wouldn't it be funny if the Tars could do something ridiculous?
They might, though.
To be honest, Bodie's played some of his best test rugby coming off the bench. He has. He could be a great water boy. He'd be a hell of a water boy.
I'll bugger the water boy. We won him at 23.
What was it said about Bowden a few years ago? He's not the best 10 in the world, but he's the best player playing at 10 at the moment. Yeah, I think Squidge said that actually. And yeah, he's just a very, very naturally talented fella. But the form Richie Morgan's in is just phenomenal.
Oh, he'll have to start.
D-Mac may now be seen as that impact player for the 23. That's the thing. Bodie doesn't even necessarily slot in naturally at 23 with D-Mac in form. But given the contract Bodie's got with New Zealand Rugby, it seems foolish not to play him because they're paying him a lot of money.
He's probably one of the highest paid players in the country outside of
Yes, that's right. If the Tars win, that would be game of the year. Yes.
Tars are not going to win.
Payout for the Tars is $21. Goodness gracious, I thought it'd be higher. Seen the pictures of the British and Irish Lions getting their vaccines. I haven't seen it, but I did hear that all the British and Irish Lions guys got vaccinated. Come on, Force, get a try. No, they've just knocked it on Pulu, but they're back for a penalty. Back for a penalty. Bowden or D-Mac on the bench? Probably, but who... But you can't have both as they fulfill similar roles. Who do you leave out? Exactly. Do you leave
rotation.
Do you rotate them? No easy one. It's more likely that Gazza never says run it ever again before the Tars beat the Crusaders. Probably true.
Oh, come on, Dolman. What are you doing?
HIA for who? Junaid says to watch up. Okay. Who are we watching for? The last couple of times it's been a watch up when it's been down the Hurricanes' end. They've gone linked to the field and scored.
Kearney's going up for an HIA.
Yeah, Rob Kearney's coming off.
He used to be good for Ireland, eh?
Oh yeah, very consistent. What's is it the area ball with Ledger?
Oh,
into his shoulder.
Yeah, smacked his head.
The Canes are just comfortable, eh? They're comfortable holding the Force out. They're not really doing much attacking wise.
Score here,
maybe the Force are going to score a try at the Maul. Flops over.
Yep.
Try time.
Finally.
Good stuff for the Force. Get on the board.
Gosh.
It's going to be Katu. Oh, it can't be Thrush. No way. Yes, it's
Jeremy
forward
Thrush.
club.
Good on him. Good Kiwi boy.
What a try for Thrush. Very nice.
Oh, they're not going to review it, are they?
Oh,
Boy.
no,
Come
no,
on, man.
no.
Why?
Why?
Don't do it. What are they looking at? Potential obstruction. Alright, let's have a look. Up. Thrush
Got it.
grabs it. Does anybody get between... Oh, Tamani looks to have got between the Hurricanes players and the ball. Maybe. Hammer Baines in Wales. Good morning, man. It's probably not beer o'clock where you are yet, but it is over here.
Oh, no,
you
try.
can't
Oh,
believe
Unbelievable.
no.
That's brutal.
They deserve that.
Oh, that's harsh.
Oh, man.
Ah,
Boo.
That's harsh.
I was hoping they were going to get a try.
Boo.
Tamani's been replaced.
Yeah. Oh, no.
They deserve a try, gee. They tried. One thing about them, they're getting beaten, but they tried really hard.
Defo beer o'clock at 4:30. Yeah, you still got a few hours to wait. Just a tough call, absolutely, Matthew. Yeah, but we have seen that kind of stuff pinged a lot. The refs have been tightening up on that kind of just minor obstruction at line-out time. Very unfortunate. Let the beef rest. Oh, there you go. Get that. Look up, says Alaran. Maybe we're going to have round number 2. What are we going to have? Or is it going to be a... Is it going to be a Hurricanes try? I'm watching. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's Lomape.
Lamape.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, that's cruel.
Yeah, it
That
is.
is so cruel.
From a try down one end to a try down the other.
That is so cruel.
Brutal. Sam would be a happy chappy. Sam's a Hurricanes man. Good on you, Sam. Your team's doing well. Big win. They need the points difference, the bonus points, so they're getting it all in spades.
That was Barrett who made
Geordie Barrett with the chip to Savia. And then to Lomape, who just cruises in. Yep.
that. Look at the way he's running. There's no way he's going to miss that.
No. Now, people last week, when I talked about the Highlanders game where they didn't get a bonus point against the Force, were wondering why I was being a bit hard on the Highlanders. Well, the fact that the Hurricanes got a bonus point against the Force and the Highlanders didn't may be a difference maker at the end of the competition. So that's... I don't think I was being hard on them, but the Highlanders should have got a bonus point last week and they didn't. Whereas the Hurricanes are cruising it. I know, different situation because one's home, one's away, but on the log at the end of this short season, that could be a difference maker. That was harsh.
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't deserve a try, but I thought they deserved a try too.
Yep. 38 points to 6. The Force haven't scored since, what, like the 10th
5
minute?
minutes.
Yes. Clearly no beef in this defence, absolutely. Geordie seems to be getting better this year, Flesh, and yeah, he's matured seemingly in this year. Less kind of Geordie Barrett style errors.
Well, he's been around for a few seasons now.
Yeah, haven't scored since they had the lead. Just the way the All Blacks blooded Geordie so early, and he had a kind of couple of calamitous
He did.
errors, you know what I mean?
In South Africa.
That one against South Africa, but a few others where it was just like head in hands moments where it's
Yes.
like now he's a couple
He
of years
doesn't do
older and he
that,
doesn't
yeah.
really do that anymore. So, yes.
Have the
Go
brains
Tony,
to
go
run
Tony,
against
go
it.
Tony.
They should bring in a Pacifica side to spice things up. Yeah, hopefully next year we will get that side. The Drua and the Moana Pacifica side. Matthew, I ain't going to read that one, but yes. Oh, Kaitu's dropped it. Oh, backwards apparently. We're going to keep playing. Oh, no. Riccatelli's burning thrush.
Missed it.
Pass it, run it.
Run it.
Run it, run it. Run it, just run it. You got 5 minutes, just run it.
You better be drinking those, JP.
Run it.
Another one.
Don't kick it, just run it. Come on, out to your back line. You got reasonable backs, use them. Come on, get it out, get it out. To your wingers. Get it out. They're still going to win by a bonus probably. Oh no. No, it's a knock on. Can't do that, it's a knock on. Just could have been another try.
Could have been.
Yeah, Sam, I thought it was going to be closer as well.
They're going to play the Blues too.
Poor JP. You'll survive. It's only 5 minutes to go.
I never picked the score.
Nah. I don't know what I picked it by. I'll have to have a look. I'm sure I picked the Hurricanes.
Oh, yeah, I see between 10 and 20, but it's more like 30 now.
Yeah, 32 points at the moment.
Just feel sorry for a lot of the Aussie teams. They're just getting crunched.
What did I pick? Oh, I picked the Hurricanes by 18, which seems very conservative at this point. Went from 0 to 7 in 15 seconds, yeah.
Run it, just run it. Get it out, get it out.
See you, JP. Almost took out the cameraman.
Get it out. Pulu, get it out to Pulu. He's got the pace.
He kicked it. Just looking for Pulu, but couldn't get him. Mark, man, good morning. Good morning, 2 cents. Gazza sounds so excited. Hope he's a Canes fan. I think he's hoping the Force can get one try in the next 3 minutes.
I want them to get one try.
As a bit of a consolation, but yeah.
They got one, but they had it denied. And then Lamapi went 40 metres out and scored with a severe. And see, this is where Barrett's dangerous.
Dave, good morning from Ireland. Morning, man. This game's almost done and dusted. It's proved to be another pretty lopsided contest, unfortunately. Not for the Canes. They'll be happy as a clam, if that's a saying. How will they get a try? They need to run it. Rest in peace, JP. Yeah, man. Drink water as well as a chaser. Why are the New Zealand team superior compared to the Aussies in this competition? Mr. V, interestingly, I watched a video with Ben Darwin, who runs an analytics company, a sports analytics company, and he reckons, on average, I think he said the New Zealand team's players have played, on average, 500 more professional games than the Aussie team. So they've just played a lot more. I know a lot of Australia's experienced guys went overseas, but also the fact that there's the Mitre 10 Cup.
New South Wales lost all their players. They lost 800 caps altogether.
Yeah.
That's a mammoth amount.
10 soju shots.
You just can't replace that 800 caps with New South Wales. You just can't replace it.
No.
It's going to take 5-10 years to replace it.
I'll play 2 next time, JP. Yep. My girlfriend has to work remotely with Australians, and this is the first time I've seen her feel sorry for them. Oh, most of them probably are following AFL and don't care anyway, but yeah, this is pretty brutal.
I mean, they are gallant, but they are trying hard. But
like I said, to be honest, like they could have had 2 tries at the Canes. You know, got length of the field jobbies, but even then, it's still pretty comfortable. Yeah, 30 seconds to go on this one, folks, and we will be done. 38 points to 6. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Mr. V says, I want a wife who will watch sports with me like Mama 2 cents. There you go.
I'm actually feeling sorry for these guys, actually. I know I shouldn't, but I do.
Next time Gaz is on a stream, Matthew's going to have a bottle of Jaeger. Good man. You'd love to see a Staramundi second tier of rugby in Australia. Exactly. They need more game time. I hope you didn't hear that, JP. Watch up, says Junaid. Alright, something's going to happen. Given the field position, it makes me worry about the force.
It does. Maybe they'll do a...
If they get turned over here, they could be in deep trouble. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we say about them getting turned over? Oh no. Come on, force, defend. Defend. Ben Dolan video is really good. Yeah, exactly. He's a pretty good speaker. The Hurricanes don't want to stop because they want to get that points difference as high as it can go, because it's looking like the points difference will be the main factor and the bonus points. Listen, Geordie Barrett.
I think he's out. I think he might be out. Did he go out?
Didn't have the ball though when he was out, was he?
Maybe.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm sure they'll show it again.
Laumapi had a pretty sweet pass in the build-up as well. That one out the back of the hands. Geordie to Hussa. Oh, his foot might have been out when he just before he got the ball.
Just before he got it.
Hussa steps back. I think by the time he gets it, he's in
I
field.
think he was, yeah. I think it was before he got the ball.
10 a.m. for Grant next time. Alright, man, we'll get a bottle of something. I'll go to the liquor store.
Marty Severe's happy.
They're all pretty happy.
Yep. 43-6. Even the commentators are saying, like, unfortunately.
That's cruel.
That's cruel.
I mean, they're brave. It's not like they haven't tried hard. They've tried their guts out, eh? And they got no reward. They had, like Mark said, they had the opportunity to get 2 or 3 tries.
I mean, even if they get those two, it's still...
Still, yeah.
When
It's
Pardo
still
made
like-
that break, he had nobody with him.
like 38-20 maybe, but
Yeah.
still, yeah. Will Husson get into the All Blacks team? Don't know. We got lots of good wingers. Reese is probably the guy. Force aren't even going to charge it, and he has missed it. So finishes 43-6. Man, no points in the Force since the 10th minute. Oh, it's brutal, folks. It is brutal. Mark Dunphy had the Canes by 12. I had the Canes by 18. You and I are equally well off the money, mate.
20.
Well off the money. See you, nice food, man. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, see you guys. Cheers. Stay safe.
Not a good look for Aussie rugby indeed. 6-0, then 43 unanswered points. Absolutely. Matthew asks, when is Gazza next on? When are you next on? When are you next coming on for a stream? What are the games next week? What's next Friday? What's next Friday? Let's have a look. Is there a game next Friday? There should be. There's always a game Friday.
4th, I think, isn't it?
Let's have a look at the fixtures list next week. Friday, it's the Crusaders against the Force on the 4th of June. Do you guys want to do a live stream on the 4th of June?
Oh, yeah, I don't see why not.
There you go. Lock it in. Lock it in. JP has just dropped, as we're about to close off, 20 Aussie dollary dues.
Nice.
And he says, for a bottle of soju, which is a Korean liquor if you haven't tried it, for the great Garrison Ford, give me a big Steve.
Gazmania! Gazmania!
He wants you to say Steve Foster.
Steve Foster.
There you go.
Steve Ian Foster and Gazmania. And Derek Whitcomb was from Tasmania.
There you go.
All black hooker. Blues hooker.
Cheers, JP, man. But
Stay
yeah.
safe, guys.
Stay safe. Take care of yourselves, guys, and we may see you next next Friday. I might be on for one tomorrow. We'll see, because me and Mum are going to the game, the Blues game. So either way, we will see. But yeah, you guys take care of yourselves, and yeah, we'll see you guys again soon.
Bye.
See you.